This video is for class 5 English. Okay students, so this is your English grammar new book, Junior English Revised by Hayden Richard. This is the cover of this book. If you have purchased it, well and good, and if you did not, so go and purchase it. Firstly, the first page we have a topic noun. This is the first topic of our July syllabus. Before starting the topic, I want to discuss the background, that why is noun important, why we are learning it, and what is the purpose of learning noun, and what is the uses of noun in our daily routine and in English terminology. So thousands of years ago, when people wished to send a message to somebody, they drew pictures. Which pictures? You can see in your screen, there are some pictures are drawn, like for the camp we make triangle going some edges outside. This is very familiar, man, woman, because we use it nowadays for mentioning the gender, and you can see in public places, in public toilets we mention it, and in a GCR and in waiting rooms we also mention these sort of signs, man and woman, for the man and for the woman. This is also drawn in a line. If we have a separate line for man and woman, so these sorts of signature, these sorts of signs are used there. In the third line there is a morning, noon, night. That's mean for telling the time. For telling the time we use these sorts of signs. You can see morning, in a starting point there is one dot. For the noon there is a mid, in a mid there is a dot, and for the night the sign is the last dot we have. But in a last you can see canoe, canoeing, pupil, stream, road. So these sorts of signs nowadays are used in drawing a map. We can draw road and stream in a map by using these sorts of signature. But think how long you would take to send message. Means you have to tell about that. So this is very long procedure. So for concising it, the better way is telling something, or the name, telling or sending some message, we use the names, means noun. Yes, noun, a word which is used to represent some object such as man, canoe, twig, camp, dog, etc. is called a noun. In other words, we can say noun is a name of thing, place, person and animal. This is the grade 5. I know noun is very clear for you guys, and just jump for the exercises. Firstly, starting with the exercise, I should read this. If you look around you, you will see many common things which have simple names like door, pen, desk, book, ink. In exercise 1, there is the task that you have to write the names of 6 things you can see in the following places. In your classroom, I know nowadays the schools are off and you are studying from your home, but you remember the environment of classroom, the things which were present in classroom. So just remind it and recall your memory and write 6 things were present in your classroom. Number 2, a railway station. If you ever visited it, so well and good, just share your experience and write 6 things about railway. And if you never go there, so just assume it, and you can search from the net the railway station. You can discuss, you can ask from your elders what things are present in a railway station, and you can guess it. For example, railway, a platform, clock, decks, benches, overhead bridge, train, man, woman, canteen. These sorts of things are present in railway station. Grocery shop, you all know that, so write about it. A mart and a school workshop, you can write about multimedia room in it. A zoo, you have visited it, I hope. A fair, a busy seaside resort, a street in a busy town, a school canteen. These are very common things. You can observe this and you can write 6 things, write the names of 6 things. You have to do this exercise in your English grammar copy. Firstly, make the title pages and all the date and index, mention your name, class, section, subject. After that, start the work. In exercise 2, you have to read the sentences carefully, then make a list of all the nouns you can see in them. So you don't need to write this exercise in the copy. You will do this exercise in the book and you will not make a list. You just make a circle around the noun. However, you are watching this noun here. How many nouns you are watching here? Just circle it. The boy lost his football means there are 2 nouns. So this is very easy. I don't think so that I should tell you the answer. Just try to do this by yourself. Just make a circle around the noun. Thank you. Have a next topic, plural, and it is also quite easy. Plurals. A noun which refers to a single person or thing is singular in number. Boy, book, love, woman, tooth. And a noun which refers to more than one person or thing is plural in number. Boys, books, loaves, women, teeth. So singular means one and plural means more than one. You will notice from the examples given that plurals are formed in various ways. You can see the spelling changes, the changes in the spelling in plurals. In boy we just add s, in book we just add s, but in loaf we omit f and we add ves. In woman we replace a by e, and in teeth we replace o by double e. So just have a look the rules of forming plurals. Number 1, by adding s to the singular. For example, girl, add s and it will make plural of girl, girls. Tables, windows, floors. We just add s after the word. In point number 2, rule number 2 is if the noun is ending in s, sh, ch or x, means the spelling of the noun is ending in these letters, so we will form have a next topic, plural, and it is also quite easy. Plurals. A noun which refers to a single person or thing is singular in number. Boy, book, love, woman, tooth. And a noun which refers to more than one person or thing is plural in number. Boys, books, loaves, women, teeth. So singular means one and plural means more than one. You will notice from the examples given that plurals are formed in various ways. You can see the spelling changes, the changes in the spelling in plurals. In boy we just add s, in book we just add s, but in loaf we omit f and we add ves. In woman we replace a by e, and in teeth we replace o by double e. So just have a look the rules of forming plurals. Number 1, by adding s to the singular. For example, girl, add s and it will make plural of girl, girls. Tables, windows, floors. We just add s after the word. In point number 2, rule number 2 is if the noun is ending in s, sh, ch or x, means the spelling of the noun is ending in these letters, So we will form the plural by adding es. Not only s will add, before the s we also add e. Es will be added after the noun. Box, just add es after the box, it will make boxes because the box is ending in the letter x. Glass is ending in s, so we will add es. For example, bush is ending sh, so we will add es. Let's move toward the point number 3. Nouns ending with y. If your noun is ending, the spelling of noun is ending in y, so what we will do, we will change the y to I. We will omit the y and we will add I and then es. Means we will omit y and we will put ies. For example, berry. The spelling of berry is berry. So we will just omit y and we will put ies in the replacement of y. In this way, the plural of berry will be formed, which is berries. You can see many examples are given in your book. After that, you have to do exercise 5 in your book. There are lots of pictures. You just have to write the plural name which are shown in the picture. I hope it will be easy for you. Just try it by yourself. Thank you. After that, just come to the next rule number 6. It is about O. Nouns ending with O form their plurals in 2 ways. There are 2 ways of forming plurals for that noun which are ending in O letter. There are 2 examples are given by adding es or by adding s. So some words are formed and some plurals are formed by adding es and some plurals are formed by adding s. You can see in the examples you have to learn these rules and these spellings as well. In rule number 7, there is several nouns have no singular form. We never speak of Caesar or a trouser, but always of scissors or trousers. Braces, barracks, bellows, breeches, shears, pants, tongs, pincers, shorts, gallows, pluers, spectacles. So, in rule number 7, there are several nouns which have no singular form. We speak in it in a plural form. Let's move towards the point number 8. Certain nouns have the same form of singular and plural. Some singular and plural forms are same. So we use countable words for differentiate them. For example, one sheep, many sheep, one deer, two deer. We don't add any s, es, is, nothing. We just add a number before that noun. Point number 9. The plural number of some nouns is formed by changing a vowel or by adding en. For example, food. So for making the plural of the word food, we have to replace the vowel o with the vowel e. The spelling will be totally changed and then its plural will be formed. For example, man. If we are writing man, that means there is a single man. And if we are writing men, that means there is more than one man. Men is a plural form. That means there is more than one man. Men is a plural form of a single man. For example, ox, ox, and the plural will be formed by adding en. Child, we have to make the plural by changing the total spelling by adding ren. So these are the common changes, particular changes which we make to form their plurals. Last but not least, point number 10 for forming plurals. The plurals of some compound words are formed by adding s to the first word. For example, son-in-law, there is only written son, that means there is only one man. But if there is more than one son-in-law, so we have to put s after the word sons. Sons-in-law means there are more than one. Passerby and passers-by. So we will add s after the first word of compound word. Maid of honor, maids of honor. We are adding s in a first word in a compound words. I hope you got that. In page number 16 there is an exercise you have to do. Exercise 9 and exercise 10. Exercise 10 will be done in book. You just have to make a correct plural in front of the given places, and in exercise 9 you have to rewrite the following sentences. These are 20 sentences and you have to rewrite them. This exercise will be done in your copy, and you have to change the singular nouns written in heavy type into the plural form. The bold words you have to change them in a plural form and making other necessary changes, and you have to make necessary changes for doing this exercises. One example is given and this is also very easy. Just try to do it by yourself. Thank you. Continue the formation of plurals. We have discussed 3 rules of forming plurals. Let's move towards the rule number 4, that is written on your page number 13, that nouns ending with y before which there is a vowel. So you have seen that in a berry, before the y the r is coming, that is consonant, that was not vowel. So we have to see that if the noun is ending in y, so before the y there is consonant or vowel. If there is consonant, so just we omit the y and we will replace it by ies according to the rule number 3. But in rule number 4 this is mentioned that if the noun is ending with y and before the y there is a vowel, so just we have to form plural by adding s. Means we will not omit the y will be there, and after the y we will add a single s, and in this way we will make the plural of that word. For example, key, before the y there is e and e is a vowel, so we just add a single s after the y, and keys, it is the plural form of key. Day, before the y there is a is also a vowel, so just we add s and we will form the plural of the word day, means days. Toy, before the y there is o is also a vowel, so it will become twice, just adding a single s after the y because there is a vowel present before the y. If the consonant is present, so we will omit the y and then add ies according to the rule number 3. But in rule number 4 we are learning that if the vowel is present before the y, so we don't omit the y, we just add s, and the plural is formed in very simple manner. In point number 5, there is some nouns which end with f. Form their plurals by changing the f to v and adding es. Firstly, we have to omit the f and then we will put ves in the replacement of f. For example, leaf, leaf, there is f in the ending of this word, so we will omit it, and after that we will replace f by ves. So the spelling of the plural of leaf is leaves. It is also quite easy. Remember that a few nouns ending with f do not follow this rule but merely add s. So like sheet, chief, gloves, waves, hoofs, handkerchiefs, in these words we don't replace f, we just add simple s after the word, after the letter F. So after understanding this, what you have to do, you have to do this exercise. If the noun ends with FE, the FE is changed to V and ES is added. For example, wife, so just omit the F and place the V in the place of F and then add S after the E. So F will be replaced by V and S will be added in the last. After learning these rules, rule number 4 and 5, you have to fill this exercise 7 in your book, and just you have to complete the sentence and you have to change the form of noun, means you have to write plural form of the noun ending with F. In every case, the F is changed to V before adding ES. So in every case, you have to change the F with the E and then you will have to add ES. Quite easy, quite familiar. Just try to do it by yourself. Thank you.